Welcome into the Bro 4 Squad podcast. We're just a bunch of bros drinking Miller Lite and driving our Harley to Vegas for a 48-ish hour vacation.
Give or take.
I'm Matt alongside with Brian and Jeff, and this is our review of The Last Dance episodes 3 and 4, grading this on our 5 criteria: cast, story, best scene, impacts on pop culture, and rewatchability. So let's throw it to the mayor himself for the cast.
All right, I will leave the main guy to you, Matt, because I know you need him. So briefly, I just want to say Horace Grant had what will end up being one of my favorite quotes from The Last Dance, and it's already become a meme when he's talking about the bad boy Pistons not shaking their hands, and he just shakes his head and goes, "Little bitches."
Little bitches.
That's incredible. And Matt, you and I have been huge Horace Grant fans ever since he would colorize his goggles based on the team he was on.
I used to wear swimming goggles playing basketball, pretending I was Horace Grant when I was a kid. Absolutely.
And they had to match my shirt, whatever color my shirt was.
Did they not have contacts back then, or what was the deal?
It probably did, but he just looked fucking cool with the goggles.
Yeah, why wear contacts when you can wear those?
So even though, and we figured this out last week for episodes 1 and 2, but even though Horace Grant wasn't on the 97-98 team, I hope we get a little bit more of them as they kind of progress through their championships. So it was cool to see him for a little bit, but the main thing that I thought was really interesting in this these 2 episodes, I think it was mainly episode 4, was getting to see all these years later sort of the bad boy Pistons take on that rivalry and their obviously unwelcoming and passing of the torch to this Bulls dynasty. I think history and revisionist history especially is always so interesting in sports because these feuds and rivalries, like just that flame and that hatred tends to die out after 20 years. But you could still tell Jordan fucking hates Isaiah Thomas. And Isaiah Thomas probably doesn't like Michael Jordan, but he's like, if I want to be not blackballed by the sport, I'm not going to say anything bad about him.
Isaiah is such a stone cold killer that he just he acts like he's really nice while he stabs you in the back. That's like the beauty of Isaiah Thomas. Banner, cast, and you can take Rodman, man, because I ain't taking him here. I'll talk to him more about the story.
I was actually going to talk about Phil because we always know he is this phenomenal coach and he perfected the triangle offense, right? But this showed he was a fucking hell of a player. For the Knicks,
yeah,
it's absolutely. You can't sleep on how good of a player he was because he's such a good coach. I thought that that episode did a really good job at shedding light on the younger Phil, the Phil that we didn't necessarily know, especially us. I mean, we're 50, 60 years removed from that.
I did know that he was, I think, probably the 4th or 5th best player on those Knicks teams with Walt Clyde Frazier. I think Willis Reed was on those teams as well.
Yeah.
But it is something to bring up that, you get a little bit more respect. I don't care what you say. If you played the game by players, you always will. So for my cast thing, and on episodes 1 and 2, check out that review if you haven't yet. I mean, we've sucked this documentary's dick, and rightfully so. It's fucking fantastic. But I'm gonna poke at something, guys, because we haven't said anything negative about this, and I'm going to. So I'm going to pick Jordan. Is this just a stroking of Jordan's ego, just like his whole rest of his life, or are we actually going to get into, actually, not the conspiracy theory, because this has been known to be true, why he got kicked out of the fucking NBA and had to go to baseball? Are we going to talk about his gambling? Are we going to talk about his father's death? Because as much as I love this, and I do see the behind-the-scenes thing, but this whole thing about Jordan – as his whole fucking career kicking down Isaiah Thomas, who I'm a huge fan of, and then boosting himself up, I need to fucking see what I came here to see, and it better be in the next 2 fucking episodes, because that's when I think this is going to hit, because we're just in, I think, 91 when they're flashing back. I think that was Jeff 95, 96 when he left for baseball, I believe, something like that. So they better get to that shit, and I'm not even kidding. If this is just all a Air Jordan, buy the shoes, I'm better than LeBron shit, I'm going to be pretty pissed off by the time this is done, because he's done his best to shit on Pippen for having a migraine, shit on Rodman for doing all this stuff, and that's just Michael Jordan. But we need the follow-through, man. We need to see what actually happened and have him actually tell the fucking true story. Am I in agreement with this?
I hope so too. Yeah, I hope so too. And remember, I kind of mentioned that last episode. Like, don't treat us like we're stupid. Like Michael Jordan can't walk on water and turn, water into wine. The more this goes on, I don't think we're gonna get that.
I don't think we are either.
And let's just start to prepare ourselves. And I'm not defending it. I'm just saying we're like the kid whose dad went out for cigarettes 10 years ago. Like, I don't think he's coming for Christmas.
Yeah. Especially because I guess he had creative control over all this, and he's the one that got to pick when I'm going to get into that more in impacts on pop culture. So going right toward the story, as we said, present day, you got a little bit of behind the scenes stuff with Scott Burrell, which was fucking great. But we're bad boy Pistons right now. Rodman's in this a ton, which I take back what I said where we need to focus on someone else because we already got a Rodman 30 for 30 and a Bad Boys 30 for 30. I can't get enough of this rivalry.
But when I told you this one was him partying, you were like, all right, well, you can tell me about
that. Honestly, guys, and people that are younger than us, this was sports back in the day. Like, these teams legitimately did not fucking like each other. And so much so that Jordan didn't like Isaiah. He wouldn't join forces with him like LeBron. He didn't even want him on the fucking dream team to win a medal for our fucking country, even though he's probably the best point guard in the league at that time. So, story, Banner, take it away.
I still just want to comment on how they're presenting the story to us, how much this feels like a feature film where we're getting a little bit of that 98 season, 97, 98 season, but we're going back and they're slowly building us up through the years to that pinnacle point that we'll eventually get to. And I've never seen a documentary like this. I mean, that I can remember anyway. Do you guys?
No, it's okay.
I like
Jeff,
it.
I love it.
Jeff,
they sandwich it, right? So they start with, the formula may break, but they start with the 97, 98 season, give us our update on that. Yeah. And then they always tie in that current event to, okay, let's give you that guy's backstory. So they get to the part in the season where Rodman had to leave. They gave us all that, and then they kind of got into, why was he important for the toughness of the Bulls? Because the Bad Boy Pistons beat the shit out of him 2 years in a row. It's just really interesting how they do it.
Not only that, a lot of people sometimes are complaining they're jumping back too much. And I'll say to you, sometimes I respect your opinion. For this, you're absolutely wrong, and this is why. Because all of the content they have that's never before seen is from the 98 season. So if we started from the beginning and went to the end, the only content that you've never seen would be the last 2 episodes. But they have so much content that I want to see it all. I don't want anything cut. So the way they film this is almost the way they had to film it. And I'm fucking fine with it. The way they're jumping back and forth. Is it ideal? Absolutely not. But it makes sense because all the unseen shit, we've already seen the Bad Boy Piston shit for the 30 for 30. Do I want more of it? Yes. But the Scott Burrell piece, whenever he's talking to the camera about how Scott Burrell goes out and he bangs all these chicks and stuff, you'd have to wait till the last episode to fucking see that because that was 98 season.
Yeah. Banner, did you have anything else?
I mean, it's just a crazy story how they got there, and I hope that as the years go on, we get more of these kind of behind the scene things of seasons that were 20, 30 years ago, and their modern day take, or hey, we've had 30 years to reflect on this event. What do we feel like now? And obviously there's still the animosity there between those Bulls and the Bad Boy Pistons teams. You can see it. No matter how much they say it's not there, it's fucking there.
Yeah.
Jeff, so what do you have to say about the story?
So there's really 3 stories told here. There's Rodman, which I'm not going to say anything about because I want to save him for my best scene.
I'm about to say, when are we going to open up this?
I know.
Make people wait for Rodman, I guess.
We're teasing you, bro. There's obviously the Bad Boy Pistons one, which we talked about. But one that I found interesting, Banner touched on this, was Phil Jackson's coaching, basically history, his tale of how he got into coaching, and just something crazy that I thought was nuts. And this almost gets glossed over because of how absolutely nuts these 2 episodes were. So we started coaching in that Puerto Rican league, right? And he tells a story about how the mayor of the team that he coached in got upset at one of the refs one game. And so he did what we all did, and he shot him in the leg with a handgun, the referee, because that was a fucking charge.
We all
We've
saw
all
it.
been there, though. Everyone's had a referee you wanted to shoot in the leg. Trust me.
You're like, I'm going to my car right now and getting a tire iron. I'm not fucking kidding. He was moving in when he stepped in the lane. But the best part about all of it is Phil Jackson, and he's like, he's seen fucking everything at this point, dude. He's like, whatever. He goes, yeah, the punishment from the league for the mayor literally shooting one of the referees in the legs was he couldn't attend any more home games for the rest of that season. That's it.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair and just.
They're like
Is it not?
they're like halfway through the fucking year. And like, all right, you can go to road games, but no home games. Playoffs, that's fine. But rest of the and he was like,
if there was social media back then, there'd be people be like, Jesus, he shot someone in the leg, he should be in jail. But there'd still be people like, every home game? Jesus, I thought this was almost a free country.
Yeah, wow, that's disgusting. League really needs to be put in check. So that was my favorite story, only because out of all the craziness in these two episodes, it's like after I was laying in bed after I watched it, I was like, their fucking mayor shot a ref and didn't even just had to miss the home game. So they still say you can go to the away games at neutral sites.
That's your meme with your wife when she's like, I bet he's thinking about other women, and you're like, I can't believe he only had to set out the home games for shooting a guy in the leg. Makes no fucking sense. All right, best scene. Who wants to open this fucking Pandora's box of what this episode really is? Banner, go ahead. What's your best scene?
So
episodes 3 or 4.
I don't know if this is really the best scene, but I think one of my favorite parts was, I believe it's in the transition between the 3rd episode and the 4th episode, is whenever they hand everybody that clip and they're like, this is what Jordan said about, I think it was about Rodman taking quote unquote 48 hours off, and everybody, as they pick up the phone, you can see on their face, they're like, this is either going to be really funny or he is going to shit on us just like he did in the 90s. And they're like, they have like PTSD about it almost, and you can see it in their eyes. I don't know. I just really liked that. I thought it was a good transition from one episode to the other, and using that connective tissue of that phone to get everybody back on the same page.
It's a great directorial tool because you get a raw reaction. Like Matt, the one where he hands him, he's like, this is what Isaiah Thomas said. And before Jordan even plays,
I don't give a fuck what he said.
I don't give a fuck if he's lying.
God, he still hates him so much. It's insane. It's so weird to think of all the players Jordan played against and he hates Isaiah the most. It's insane.
Isaiah is living rent-free in Jordan's head.
So, Jeff, what's your best scene?
So I'll let you talk mainly about the Rodman thing, but 2 parts about that scene that are absolutely nuts to me. Number 1, he's on camera literally drinking a Miller Lite while operating a motorcycle.
Yeah, like literally drinks
simultaneously
down and then drives the motorcycle away. What was the weirdest? Him drinking and riding a motorcycle, or just seeing an African American athlete on like? Would you ever see LeBron leaving the fucking Heat like after Game 6 and riding a hog like to the hotel? Like, would you just imagine this? Patrick Mahomes getting on a hog and fucking driving away from Arrowhead? There's no way that would happen.
It's bonkers. I'm glad we got a little Carmen Electra in here to like really give us the scoop. But the thing I could not help thinking about, and Matt, I know you talk about this all the time, how much because of social media and the media in general, sports has changed. Johnny Manziel in the middle of the 2016 season had full prosthetics and a mustache put on to fly to Las Vegas in the middle of the Browns season for 2 days, and he got fucking caught. And Dennis Rodman is allowed to take a 48-hour.
Coach brought in the star player to ask him if he could go.
I agree, but there's no way that was like made public to everyone. No. Dennis Rodman is in Vegas fucking partying with people in the middle of a championship run. These dudes are trying to 6-peat. And I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying the media coverage like back then versus now is a big reason of why any of this was allowed to happen and work for this team.
Romo and Witten got crucified by going to Cabo on a bye week. Odell Beckham, the boat club game, once again on a bye week, I believe.
Yeah.
And Rodman's doing it in the middle of the fucking season, and then they had to go to practice and get him back in shape. Jeff, once again, talking about our God, Michael Jordan, and how basically this fucking documentary made you believe that Jordan flew to Vegas, went through the casino right into Rodman's room and said, it's time to go win it. You know, Jordan placed a couple bets on the way up to the room. And
he's like Clark in Vegas
Tiger
Vacation.
wasn't the only one getting hookers in Vegas let
He
you
walks
believe,
in and
by
they're
the
like,
way.
"Oh, the usual Mr. Jordan."
How do you think Tiger got like that? He fucking hung out with Barkley and Jordan. They corrupted him.
Matt, if you go back and listen to our Broback review on Vegas Vacation, my best scene was when Clark is at brunch with his family and he says he has to go to the restroom, and on the way to the bathroom, okay, he might have put down a fucking hand of craps or roulette. God forbid. You don't think Jordan did that on the way up to Rodman's room?
The other thing, okay, so best scene, I'm going to piggyback off Jess for a while, then I'm going to give you a kind of a different one, but this whole thing on Rodman is just a best scene. His 30 for 30 was fucking fantastic. He was a big thing in the Bad Boy Pistons 30 for 30, but we just can't get enough of him. You know why? Because he's more fascinating than Michael Jordan. Lest we forget, they just mulled over, oh, by the way, yeah, he dated Madonna and Carmen Electra. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, he dated Madonna and Carmen fucking Electra when America thought he was gay. If there's anything saying, hey, I'm not gay, my hand's in the air, it's you're fucking Madonna and Carmen Electra.
Yeah,
He
who's the
dyed
guy
his
like,
hair.
I need more proof?
Yeah. And
I don't know what to tell you.
also his tattoos, which is actually not really brought up in any of these documentaries, which is, like, fucking wrong. But he was the only guy with tattoos in the NBA. Now the poster boy of the NBA, LeBron, has probably more tattoos than Rodman, which is very interesting. And a bunch of pro athletes are like that, like have arm sleeves and everything like that. So my best scene, because I hate Michael Jordan sometimes, then I love him. I have a love-hate relationship with Michael Jordan. I actually really like LeBron way more than I like Jordan. But I just want to tell you this. So if LeBron played the Bad Boy Pistons, you know that he probably would have cried, went to a different team, had the GM fired. What did Jordan do? Right after the game, he went and started working out and got bigger and lifting weights and had the whole team do it. And the next year, they went and swept him. I think that's another key difference between LeBron and Jordan, where LeBron asks for help, tries to get to a different team, or trades basically their whole fucking future to get Kevin Love. Jordan goes and hits the gym and tries to make his teammates and himself better. And I think that's another thing that, I mean, people kind of gloss over about the LeBron-Jordan comparison.
And
I
Matt,
think
so you're...
something.
Sorry, Brian, go for it.
I think something that kind of piggybacks off of that is you really see Jordan is a true leader to that team.
Yeah.
But it's not like he's trying to be a leader. He just naturally is. Whereas LeBron, I think, tries to be a leader a little too much.
And to your point, Matt, another thing Jordan did, and I'm really glad they showed this because I had no idea this was a big part of it. So a lot of it was getting physically stronger, but it was also like them getting mentally tougher because it shows, right. I think it was Lamb Beer who just like fucking shoved Pippen after that.
That was Rodman.
Okay.
That was actually Rodman, yeah.
And Horace Grant talks about how not just Jordan, but the whole team would emphasize, like, okay, if they cheap shot you, like, don't fucking whine.
Yeah.
The refs don't act like, and Pippen just sits up and he literally has like the most blank expression on his face. And John Sally's like, oh, at that point we were fucked.
Yeah.
Like when we knew that it didn't bother them, then we were in trouble. And I think that was like the case in point. Horace Grant had a great description of that where he was like, we just realized like, just don't let them affect you at all, and then they're done. It's like the bully in elementary school. If he calls you stupid and dumb and you just ignore it, then he's going to just move on to the next person.
And listen, guys, we know that the NBA is never going to go back to that. But can it go back to somewhere like in 97, 98, just where it's not touch fouls, everyone's complaining all the time? Because once again, you want to talk about LeBron-Jordan debate, watch some of these games. Like, Jordan fucking took a beating, and he never cried to the refs. He just went, shot his free throws, and went on. And like you said, Jeff, he fucking instrumented his whole team to do that as well. All right, impacts on pop culture. Guys, there's a ton in these 3 and 4 episodes, impacts on pop culture. Like Jeff just said, how media coverage has changed, how Rodman could not have played today. There's no way. Because I don't think he has the head for it, and the media would just followed him all over. I'm just going to say that this episode, to touch Banner's point, has made me realize that Phil Jackson is the best coach in NBA history, fucking period. And the reason why is not only because he was a great player with the Knicks, won championships with the Knicks, but to get Michael Jordan, who's probably the most selfish, and I use selfish as not in a bad way, but a selfish basketball player that he wants the ball in all times, which rightfully so because he scores 60. But to get him to understand, if you implement the triangle and get other teammates involved, you will win the last game. You won't just put on a show against the Celtics and then get bounced from the NBA playoffs. To get Rodman, to understand Rodman, to get these players, and when you saw him doing Zen and everything like that, because Phil never made it about him. Phil wouldn't set Jordan down, this is my way or the highway, Bobby Knight style, because that doesn't work in the NBA. That doesn't work with these guys that makes millions of dollars have an ego bigger than yours. Phil Jackson is the greatest coach ever, and I feel sorry for myself that I actually questioned his coaching talents whenever he coached Kobe and Shaq. I'm like, man, he always takes over the best team. That's why he wins. No, to get these egos to fucking file and check and to have the whole team understand, hey, you can't go on vacation for 48 hours, but Rodman can because we need Rodman focused. And if we lose him, we're fucked. And to have the whole team buy into that, he's the greatest coach in NBA history. Fight me. He is.
I don't think anybody will, right?
I mean, I'll just fight you to fight you.
Yeah, we can still fight, I guess. But
Matt,
I just don't know. I mean,
else.
I love Pat Riley, too. I mean, there's a lot of great coaches, man. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
well, I made the point last week. Like, a lot of coaches in the NBA, like Rudy Tomjanovich coached that Lakers team with Kobe and Shaq for a season, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs.
And Tomjanovich won back-to-back with Houston, but Jordan was out of the league.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of him. He ended up being an assistant for the Mavs and even coached the China international team. But he had 4 All-Stars with the Lakers, and they didn't win a championship. White-haired guy, glasses. Someone's at home.
Harris? Del Harris?
Del Harris, thank you. I'll take it real quick, then I'll toss it to you, Banner. Matt, to your point, I think it just shows me how this Bulls team, of course, they had the best player probably ever in Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, I think he's still in the top 50 NBA players of all time, if not the top 100. But they just had a mental advantage over the rest of the league, and they knew what they were and how to win with the personnel they had. And that's why they were basically unbeatable. But the great thing about this documentary is that it just goes to show you how many how many moving parts there are, because even with all those advantages, this thing still looks like the Jenga board where it's about to topple over. Like there's still so many chinks in the armor, and probably because they're at the end of their run, but that's where the drama is. And obviously throwing in personalities like Dennis Rodman and the Bad Boy Pistons halfway through the series don't hurt in terms of making it more watchable.
Banner?
The more we get into this docuseries and we get kind of behind the scenes and we really see how Jordan was and how all these crazy personalities mesh together, I'm wondering if now we're not going to get some of these crazy personalities that we have in the NBA or that are in college or even high school that are getting ready to come up. They're going to watch this documentary and go, that's how it's done. And actually maybe start to put some of their egos aside solely based on they see this is the blueprint right here, right? This is what it takes to get to that level. They're showing us. And I wonder if we have some stars that are coming up or even current stars that are going to take a look at this and go, maybe I should change something I'm doing.
All right. Our last category is rewatchability. However, it's kind of hard to, obviously we're going to rewatch. This is a great show. I'm just going to do like our final take, what we took away from this. The first thing I'm going to say, and I'll throw it to you guys, is that Jordan purposely was going to put this in June. I don't know if you guys know why. It's probably because the NBA finals were happening in June, and LeBron was probably going to be in the finals just to finally end the debate if LeBron fucking won. But I'm getting sick of this LeBron-Jordan debate. Because if you say LeBron versus Jordan, I just think you don't know basketball. It should be LeBron versus Jordan versus Kareem. I don't know why people don't have Kareem in this debate. I think it's easier.
He's still the all-time scoring leader, right?
Yeah, right. He's probably the greatest college basketball player of all fucking time. If you're really young, like I didn't get to see it, but I know that for the Bucks, he was fucking dominant, and then he went to the Lakers. At the end of his career, a lot of people just say, oh, he's with the Lakers, Magic helped him. I was like, well, dude, he was like a veteran then, and he was still fucking dominant. He invented a move that no one can even use anymore. I don't know why. It was
think about how many rules were made for him. 3
Yeah.
seconds and goaltending.
I understand the LeBron Jordan debate because basically they kind of play the same position. But
similar,
if you're going to talk about great, if you're going to talk about greatest basketball players ever, man, you got to put Kareem in there. You just fucking got to. I mean, he was unfucking stoppable. Like, period. Like, no one.
Speaking
like,
of goggles,
skyhook, no one can stop him. All right, final thoughts, Banner.
I want more. Like I said, I think these, which is crazy to say because the first 2 episodes focus on Jordan and Pippen, but I think the deeper we get into this, the more and more interested I am at these ancillary people and these role players and how they all fit together in the bigger picture is absolutely fascinating. I mean, we haven't had access like this ever to any kind of sporting event or any behind the scenes anything, even to a TV show or a movie. So I just, the whole story is very, very compelling to me. And it's something that I remember as a kid. Like, that's
the coolest part, right? We remember
there
it,
aren't
but
a lot
not
of
getting to
things
see the other side of it.
Yeah, like a lot of times documentaries, like the murder documentaries, you're like, oh yeah, I think I remember hearing something about that in the news. Like, no, this was a thing that went on for years, and I remember it. I was there, and to see it not just on the surface is extremely fun to watch.
Very well said. I won't leave with closing thoughts, but just a PSA. Okay, so Isaiah Thomas of the Bad Boy Pistons obviously is featured heavily in this as sort of the heel, the villain. But I got to stick up for my boy Isaiah Thomas, currently of the LA Clippers, who went to University of Washington, where I grew up, who said that he was getting so many fucking death threats on Twitter, people watching The Last Dance thinking it was him. Like, yo, you a bitch. You ain't shake Jordan's hand? He's like, I was 2. Relax. So Isaiah Thomas of the Los Angeles Clippers, guys, before you tell someone to go fucking kill themselves, can we please just double check that it's the right person?
Just look at the profile picture. I mean,
I saw Isaiah Thomas with the Clippers tweeting like, yo, I wouldn't even like, couldn't even walk. Can we stop with like the go drink bleach and all the like end your life tweets? It wasn't around. It was not me.
Remember Isaiah Thomas's 3 months of fame? Like, wasn't he with the Celtics, I think?
Yeah.
And they traded him to the Cavs or something like that. But, yeah, he's no relation either, I don't think, at all.
No, but his dad said he didn't name him that because he was a big fan of Isaiah Thomas.
Why not? All right, we've been the Bro4 Squad. Check out our website, bro4squad.com. You can find all our content on there, as well as iTunes, YouTube, Anchor. Subscribe to us to all of those. Twitter, @Bro4Squad. Follow us. And check out our reviews on Letterboxd. Until then, we'll see you for episodes 5 and 6.
Little bitches.
Little bitches.